Hey my beautiful bitches, it's me, Fiona St. James, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Fiona's Coffee Talks. Thanks so much in advance for tuning in, and don't forget, subscribe. And as per usual, I love to start off every morning with a hot black cup of coffee. Hold the cream! I'd love to. Coffee and Kahlua, the best way to kickstart any day. Of course, in my all-time favorite coffee mug, with the quote of the century by Oscar Wilde, life is too important to be taken seriously. True words. So lighten up, people. It can't be that bad. Just smile, laugh, and in a minute, not going to be here anyway, so. Alright, so today's topic is, ta-da, ready for this? The massage world and escorting, which I've been very honest with my life, and I've been in that industry for decades. Let me give you my history with that. When I was 20 years old, I answered an ad in the back of the Village Voice. So I always thought you should try everything at least once. And you know, Hollywood has a way of glamorizing the whole escorting world. I remember being young and seeing these movies where, like, you know, bitches in fur coats and limousines, and you know, everything seems so glamorous and, you know, kind of fierce. So they did kind of glamorize, not did, they still do. So I thought, I need to do this. So I answered this ad in the back of the Village Voice. I went, had a client at the Marriott Marquis. His name was Danny, I'll never forget. He was nice, easy, you know, a bit nondescript. Hottest man I'd ever seen? Not at all. But, you know, an hour later, wad of cash in my pocket. I remember leaving that hotel, and as I was walking down the hallway to the elevator thinking, wow, that was like so empowering to actually be paid for my time. So at that point I thought, okay, I could honestly say I've done it once. I loved it. It wasn't so terrible. It wasn't terrible at all, actually. So I thought, okay, got that out of my system. I'll never do that again. Till fast forward a couple of years later when I graduated college, and then you always get that question, okay, now what are you going to do with your life? And I was still living at home in the Bronx, and it was obvious to me that I needed to move out. You know, I'd already been going out in, you know, in my gay life and going to clubs and bars and, you know, doing my own thing anyway. So I thought, I need money fast. So I went back to the Village Voice, went to an ad in the back and saw a different ad from a massage agency. So I thought, okay, let me try that. So lo and behold, I went on the interview, they hired me on the spot, and ironically enough, the very first client that they sent me to happened to be that same individual, Danny, who I had seen a couple of years before, still at the Marriott Marquis, still a bit nondescript, but sweet as apple pie. So I just kind of thought it was ironic or funny that when I officially started doing it, it was the same one I had done a couple of years before. And so it was, you know, a nice introduction for me. And then it just sort of took off from there. And a month later, I was able to move out of my parents' house, and I've done that ever since. Now, I'm curious, because I know people do this for different reasons, and so what's your reason for doing it, for those of you who are in that industry? I know for myself, there's that sense of empowerment. There's something kind of fabulous, frankly, to be getting paid for your time. I admit that. But above and beyond that, it is, for me, providing a service of like being therapeutic. You know, I still do massage. I have my table. I give you a legit massage. You know, just so happens that there's an erotic feel to it. But, you know, 9 times out of 10, it's that interpersonal communication where I'm speaking to them and almost kind of playing their therapist. And, you know, people do it for different reasons. People hire masseurs and escorts for different reasons. I think there's this big misconception that, like, people who do it have to do it because that's the only way they can get it. And I'm here to tell you that is the furthest thing from the truth, because some of the hottest men that I've been with have actually paid for my time. You know, and I've been really fortunate too. Like, you hear these nightmare stories about people who do what I do, where like either they have their lives put in danger, or they get stood up, or they get robbed, or, you know, a lot of people, like, you know, waste your time. And knock on wood, that's not been the case with me. I've only had great experiences. I've never been stood up, never been given a fake address. Never have I felt that my life was in danger, or anything like that. So I think a lot of that has to do with my good karma and, the universe giving me what I want, which is not having my life in danger. So, I'll be honest, I've been judged a lot because I do this, but honey, it's the oldest profession in the book. It's been around since day one. I mean, I'm practically biblical. Mary Magdalene and I are tight, girl. I mean, I've been kicked out of better places than what she was kicked out of, supposedly. And so, for me, I love doing it, and I love talking about it. I'm honest about my life, obviously, and I have no shame in it. I think it's great. I'm providing a service, and hey, you know what? If someone wants to pay for a massage or for your time, they're not going to pay me. They're going to pay someone else. So why not get my piece of the pie? Plus, like I said before, mentally for me, it's wonderful knowing that I'm providing this service where I think I'm helping. Not think, I know I am. So don't judge people, because, I'm not as good or as bad as anyone else. I am who I am, and I just, love doing it. And so there's my 2 cents on that. So those of you who are in the industry, or even if you're not, what's your opinion on that? Do you view people who do this as like bad people? Because we're not. I'm not. The other misconception is that if you do that, that's because you came from a broken home, or you're supporting a habit, or you're messed up mentally. And yeah, there are people that is the case, but that was never the case with me. For me, it was always just about, I'm educated, I like money, I like being with men, and why not put the combination of my love of both and survive? So, okay, I'm going to make this one a little short. This is going to be a two-part video. So for now, I'm going to say thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will be doing part 2 sooner than you know it. And then that's when I'm going to give you specifics about different funny situations that I've been in with clients. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.